Little pumpkins and my little uladelis. Today I am doing a sketching video with y'all of how to sketch dragons. You might be thinking, how do you sketch a dragon if you don't know how to draw a dragon? Well, today's your lucky day. I will be showing you how to sketch out a dragon. But I want to ask you a comment down below. Which dragon do you like the best? And I want you to comment that below. I shall search it up and sketch out that dragon that you wrote. And in the next video, I'll have a little a little guest with me. And she hasn't watched any dragon videos, but I'll be showing her how to sketch out a dragon. Well, you might be surprised. She hasn't watched How to Train Your Dragon 1 or 2. I'm shocked. Let's just freaking get on with the video. So the first materials that you need is a piece of paper, color pencils, a pencil that doesn't have a tip with an eraser, and a lead pencil. That's all you need for the dragon sketching. You can use 1 or 2 pieces of paper, but today I'm just going to use 2 pieces of paper. So the first thing that you need to draw is the bottom jaw. You start off with a big curve going up and then back down, doing like a curve, just like a chin does it. So draw a curve going up and then down. In this part you get the bottom jaw. Next, you draw little bumps to be like the little, I don't know what they are, but they're like little designs. Scales. Then you add a big scale, you go in and then out as a bigger one. And if you want, you could add like little specks and dots to it, but I prefer not to do it because it looks weird. You add a little horn, then on the other side you add a bigger one on the other side. That's kind of like the ear part. So then with this part of the horn, you go this way. You start from here, right in this spot, make a little mark so you're able to get where the spot needs to be. Then you start from here, you go all the way down until you get to this part. You gotta touch this part. Then you curve down, and then you make a little face. You make a little nostril, like a very detailed one. Next, you make an eye. It's very simple for this part because you just need to make a curve that goes down and reaches up to this point, like this point right here. For the eye, you curve up and down. Then cross, then you get an eye. You do a circle in the middle. And then you can add whenever eye you want, like a small one, but for this one, I'm just gonna add a normal one. You can add shines to it, but I'm not gonna add shines to this one. So this dragon is gonna have some shapes on it. So you can draw whatever shapes that you want on it. It can be any spikes or detailed marks on it. Then you color in the nostril. Now we're moving on to the neck part. You draw the curve that goes in and then it heads out. Then from this part, you go all the way back to the end of the paper. You draw the line. Then with this one, you draw 3 lines. Then you draw a huge line right in the middle. But for this bit, we're going to draw an arm for this bit. So you start off going out. So you can stop right here in this spot and then you turn the paper, and then you do a huge curve heading down. Then you add like a little sad face and like a little sad face. Then you add a line. It's kind of like the claw. Now we're moving on to the other arm. You do 2 circles of that going out like this. You curve this one in like this, and then you do the other one starting from here, from this point, moving down from this point, and then you got the base of the dragon. But also you can add like a simple little smile, but I go full on dragon style. But for this one you could add teeth or no teeth. But for this one, if you want to have teeth, you could have teeth for your dragon. Next, we are moving on to the colors. You can add any specific color that you want it to be. But for this one, you can make it like colorful or anything that you want. For this dragon, I'm going to use simple, any shades of green. So you can use this shade of green and this shade of green. Or if you're feeling a little moody, you can add a little bit of brown into the mixture. You need 2 shades of brown. Oh wait, bruh. Not sharpened. So you can use 3 or 4 colors, but for this one, I'm just gonna use these 3 colors. For the body, and for the eye color, you can just choose pink and red. I'm going to use orange, red, and yellow. So you can choose like a fiery color or any color. So after that, you put your pencils away. Next, you're going to start off with the skin. The first part you start off, this can be like for the deep corners, and this part can be like for the light skin. So we're going to start off with the deep corners for sorry, just hair my face. You're going to start off with the light corners by adding like little shines to it. But since I don't have white, I'm just going to lighten this up. So the best way, you'll hold your pencil like this, with this part facing downward, so you can get that little sketching line. So for that, you can start off anywhere, but for this one, I'm going to start from the pupil of the eye. I know you can see the color, but don't worry, I'm going to work off from the deep edges to get to the light edges. So you're going to start off going on for the first part, which is the front part. I'm sorry that I sound like this. I'm having a little trouble with my speech. So you're going to start off going slowly and going lighter as you go upward. And when you get this little tan bit from deep and dark, you switch your colors out with a darker color. And then you slowly go rising upward and going lighter to get that dark shade. So then for the little deep cramps, you go darker, you use your pencil hard and go a little dark on it. Then you fade out lightly. I'm sorry that I said lightly, lightly, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my speech right. So after that, you can use a dark shade, so you can start going easy or a little rough to get that texture in. But you have to get the cramps in the perfect shade so you can get it right. So then after moving on, around the eye you can go very light, or you can add like little cramp darks into it to get that little dragon effect. After you do the deep cramps, you must go light. Don't go too hard because you might not get the shade that you want it to go to. It's very important that you get the right shade, the perfect shade for the perfect skin color for the dragon. But you have to be careful not to go too rough on it. Move that one out of the way. But then as you move on to like the deep parts, you go a little bit deeper. You go a little bit rougher, like around the eye. Like if you wanted to go like a little deeper, you could add like little dark corners into it. Like little dark corners. So then, if you want to add like a lighter shade, you do like it looks like you're barely doing it at all to get that light shade. So first you do it off. Now we're moving on to almost the crown bit. We're moving on to the crown bit. For the crown bit, you need to do it very lightly for the crown bit to get that perfect shade of green. But as you see on camera, you can barely see it at all. But if you just look closely enough, you'll be able to see the greenish bit. As you can see different tones, but you might see different tones in it, but you can see the little dark cramps in it. Now we're moving on to the horn bits, like these bits right here. If you want to get that good crown bit and that good cramp bit, you start from this little deep corner. You start from this corner, and then you fade it out. Okay. So after you're done sketching the whole thing, you go a little bit darker with the arms. You like the little cramped bits. You gotta get it. You gotta get up in there. Like you gotta really shove up that pencil in there. So then you shade in the rest of the bit. You go lighter near these parts, near the elbow bits, to get the little sunshine bit. Then you go a little bit lighter where this part is, the top of the arm, and then you go darker near the bottom. Like a little darker. You don't have to go freaking too dark, just a little dark. Then you go a little dark in the edges, but if you want to like add more depth in it, you can like cramp up the little bits like here now, like dirt bits up in here. So after you got your dragon, next is for the eyes. Do a little zoom in, the zoom in the eyes. Okay, chill. So I chose 3 colors for it: red, orange, yellow. That's all I got. So then for the top of the eye color, you start from red. You go dark in the cramp of the eye with the tip of it, and then you go lighter down on both sides. Then toss that aside. You grab your orange. I know this looks red on camera, but you can tell the differences a little bit. So then you take this part and you can go slightly then you go slightly down from that. You go like up to here, like up to this spot. Then toss that aside. You grab your yellow. Then you slightly do the bit like this. You can like press on it a bit to fuse the colors a little bit more in, to get that little deep effect in it. Then you grab your pencil. You can grab any pencil, lead pencil or a normal pencil. Then you shade in the eyes like this. Like you can do it from the side, but I do it from this way. You can shade in the eyes a little bit, not too much, to get that little light shiny effect. And wha-bam! Boom, you get your dragon. You get your goddamn dragon. You get your goddamn dragon. Look at this masterpiece. Plus, if you follow step by step, you will have the same thing as this, but you can add like different colors to it. But the reason why I forgot to freaking use brown. Bruh. I took the brown out for nothing. So you could use any colors, but for this one, I used these colors. Goodbye, my little pumpkins, my little uli dice. See you next time. Peace!